All right, everybody. Sorry about the doubled up music and the echo. Had to take the dog out for a pee. That was kind of annoying. But alas, here we are. Hope you're having a great time. Let's get the schedule up of this Canucks game going. No, we need to mute that. There we go. We'll do that here. Big exciting game here. Canucks Kraken. The Dick Rocket Canucks had a nice little win against the Blackhawks just last night. Although we should just call them the Chicago team. And they're in one hell of a beautiful arena. Spencer Martin 11-12-1 record. And Martin Jones, the North Vancouver kid, a 284 goals against, which is pretty damn impressive considering where he's come from and how this team's like. 894 save percentage. That tells you what you need to know about how you're going to be beating Martin Jones tonight. And let's sync this up. And we're having some fun. So pretty shortly we'll have the ability to sync this up so we can all watch this together. We're pretty close. We're waiting for the Sportsnet stats to update. That usually takes a little second. Hope you're all having a nice time. Yeah, Stevie had to go to the bathroom. Right, 6:58, 6:59. So it was a tense couple of moments here. All right, we got our stats. There we go. Let's have some fun. There we go. The Brandon Tanev funny photo remains. That's always nice. There's a lot of things to like about this Kraken team, not necessarily the jerseys. I am wearing a few pieces of Seattle Mariners merchandise, but I assure you my allegiances are not with the Seattle squad. If you want to watch together with me, this is the score bug on the feed that I'm watching. We sync that up. We can watch this together. Sheldon Dries getting Dries and Studnicka. Chat is disabled. That's wrong. Knock it off. This is the score. All right, man, what a bit of a clunky start we got here, but I assure you, chat is disabled. Let's review this. Give me a second here, everybody. There we go. So, yeah, we got the Canucks. We got their Rick Tocchet lines, which basically means some bottom sixers are skirted up to the top so that we could distribute it a bit, which was a bit of a confusing thing with old Bruce Boudreau, who we do love. But he had some top-heavy teams. Let's take a look at these lines tonight. Oh, God, Marty Jones scares me. That should have been the first goal right there, man. Oh, Canucks are letting them walk in like that. As I move the TV. Again, I had to walk Stevie right before this. There. Oh my God, the Canucks are getting away with so much right now. How is this not? This somebody should have scored. All right. Seattle maintains possession. God, they're who's without a stick? Is that Josh Studnicka? Still has control of it. Oh, the Canucks. You got to imagine the Canucks are going to draw a penalty right out of this. And they still haven't gotten it out. Who's getting the clutch? Who's getting the hold? That's the question. Jesus. I mean, how many minutes have they been in the offensive zone for? 2 now? Harjap in the chat. Vancouver's got this tonight. Will the Canucks be able to pull it through tonight? I have a sneaky feeling, well, if they can make this line change. Oh, my God. It's going to be tough. I have no faith in Spencer Martin right now. No disrespect to him. I don't have a lot of faith in what? Quit being so. Look at this dog. Where are you? Go up there. So many scoring chances already for Seattle. Like, I'm quite perplexed. I'm kind of nervous too. What do we got? A minute. Burrows and Dermott out there almost 2 minutes now, so that's a great sign. Roger in the chat, he watched the Harold Ballard story. He was a sick, nasty man. Yeah, we profiled that doc on last week's podcast. Had a good interview with their executive, one of the executive directors of that, executive producers. Oh man, executive producers of that doc, and it was a great interview, and the doc was very informative. Feels like a lot of our generation kind of doesn't know about Mr. Ballard's decisions he made. Let's say that. Oh, so let's take a look at these lines. Mikheyev, Pedersen, and Kuzmenko. That stays the same depending on what side of the argument you're on. You want that line to stay together for the next 2 to 3 years. Dries, Miller, and Garland. So the offense, the chemistry suck line. Curious. Actually, no, I'm curious what that could look like. Miller is a center. Horvat, Joshua, and Besser. That I kind of like. Joshua kind of had a good game. They were getting some use out of him, which was nice against Chicago. And Lazard, DiGiuseppe, and Studnicka. Okay, finally the dogs left me alone. Yeah, Mikheyev just throws it on. What do we got here? Another good scoring chance by Seattle. Another one. Shot's going to be 4-1 pretty quick. Old Grizzlies colors, yeah, to an extent. The pucks on net turquoise is actually the directly color stolen from the Grizzlies jerseys because I like it so much. But they aren't too far off. I got nothing, no complaints about the Kraken jerseys. I feel like they're not going to age too well, but they're cool now. They stand out. No other jerseys in the league have ever really looked like them. And man, go nuts. Adam Larson traded 1 for 1. Kraken look like a great team right now. Just coming in waves. Damn sea monster just destroying this pod of killer whales, as you know, is storied in the animal kingdom. Or something like that. Here comes a 6 shot on goal. No, loses possession. Quinn Hughes picks it up, goes behind the net. Quick pass up to Burrows. Good to see Kyle Burrows back in the lineup, too. He's somebody that wasn't part of the Boudreaux group. But, hey, whatever. But, man, the Canucks got to get some sustained offense here. They're hemmed in. Another icing? Nope. Marty Jones, North Vancouver. He's going to keep it going, keep it alive. Long stretch pass. Ooh. 9 shot attempts already. 2 seconds away from a TV timeout. What? Oh, I'm surprised they're taking that TV timeout. Normally they don't. All right, man. Hope everybody's having a good time. What are you snacking on? Can you give me that? I wonder if Stevie's high, the age-old question. As usual, got the old prop comedy here, so if we're gonna need these for crying, we got them. You know those Canucks, am I right, folks? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. So yeah, Canucks. I didn't see a lot of the game. Smarties and Nest Heat. What a great mix. Just checking up on my for real. Give me a second here. Yeah, I saw the third period of the Canucks game last night. I wanted to see more. I want to see Rick Tocchet coach a team I actually care about or has some interesting pieces, because we all know what his Arizona Coyotes looked like. We're coming back to the bench with a nice shot of the bald man himself with his questionable Twitter likes. What the heck just happened here? Oh, come on, boys. My Sportsnet bug screwed up. You just got to give me a second. Luckily, we got another quick whistle. I can fix this on the fly. Oh, no, I can't. Yeah, I didn't see much of the Canucks game last night. Went out to walk the dog, and it was 2-2. Came back, it was 4-2. Canucks peppered the Blackhawks with shots. The polar opposite of what's happening tonight. It's wild to think how many damn coaches are on the bench right now. There's like Mike Yeo. There's Mike Yeo. There's Rick Tocchet. There's Adam Foote. There's Sergei Gonchar. Like, it's a lot. Again, so if you want to watch, sync up your feed. Oh, Coleman with a sneaky little chance right on the ice. Thank God that didn't go anywhere. Jesus, another one. Is that 6? That's got to be 7 shots on goal by now. Oh, another one. Jesus. They're just peppering them. You wonder what Tocchet was so animated about on the bench. Was it at the Kraken, the goalie, or the officials, or was it his own team? Because they just hung him out to dry. How many shots against, my Lord? Good scoring chance there. Oliver Bjorkstrand, former Portland Winterhawk. You got Yanni Gord out there. Net front presence. Nice little lineup. Yeah, they're just working it. They're going to call that icing? Come on. Go on. Out. Yeah, not the best start for these Canucks. I really wish that the other teams would follow suit like the Canucks. Larson and Dunn with the assists, of course. Bjorkstrand, nice little goal. Canucks put out a really nice set of just lineups, and it works great. And no other team seems to want to do the same. So we'll just get my bearings here. All right. You got to wonder if Jared McCann's going to have his redemption tale, his redemption game. Knocks down 1-0. Oh, my God. Can we stop icing the puck, Vancouver? This is once again, this is getting a little concerning. But this is what we wanted to see. I mean, we were all worried about a Boudreaux bump or a Tocchet rocket or a Dick rocket or whatever you want to call it. I mean, there's a Connor Bedard that's in Langley right now that they're wanting, that fans want to see play for the Canucks. He's here for the top prospects game. And we don't want Rick Tocchet getting some W's, not yet at least. Oh, good, guys. We got a penalty kill coming up. Power play coming up for Seattle. Just what we need. There we go. Oh, man. A listener of ours is actually at the game, a Canucks fan who lives in Seattle, and astonishingly bad is the scouting report from the stands, which makes me, there you go, 2-0. So let's see. Face-off lost clean from Horvat. He is coming in to be the defensive zone specialist. Oh, pinball, tic-tac-toe, whatever cliche you want. Bounce Wimmy now. Oh, yay. I'd call a timeout. And there you go. Tocchet's gotta. He's like, what the fuck is going on here? Pardon my French. Yeah, they are looking. They've been playing Bruce Boudreaux hockey to start this thing. Very what's the next shift for this team gonna look like? Yikes. All right, so the Canucks are finally in the offensive zone for what appears to be a consecutive amount of seconds. That's a first in the game, and they lose possession. Nice offensive dump in for Seattle. In other news, Roger bought 2 Bruce Boudreau cards off eBay. Player cards or coach cards, and are you going to get it sent to the Hershey Cubs junior hockey team and get him to sign it? Because it feels like I bet you he would. God, how did they... God, Kraken are looking like first-year Vegas right now, just going through the zone like it's nobody's business. And you got to wonder. You got to wonder when they're going to start taking risks here. All right, here's something. Nope. Miller's buzzing. Miller was buzzing in the right spot. And he keeps control of the puck. Active stick. Shot on net. Third of the game. That's what you need to do. You need to get Marty Jones getting scrambly and just hope for those rebounds. So that was a positive shift right there. Nothing positive about this game yet. Hey, Stevie? Yeah, he better not be high. The dog better not be high, everybody. Sportsnet has the shots at 10-3. I believe that's accurate. All right, everybody. Player cards from Roger. What team is he playing for? Toronto Maple Leafs? Like, how old are these cards? Apparently, there was a very long anthem in Vancouver in Seattle tonight. Hey, if you're new here and you haven't done so yet, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could hit subscribe on our Pucks.net channel. We got a new podcast out right now. We've got that just came out in video today. It is Wednesday. Podcast comes out Mondays, and then we put it together. We put it in audio Monday night. Goes to Patreon and video, and then you can get it for free on Wednesday morning. But we had a very good show last night dealing with Bruce Boudreau's awful treatment, his shoddy treatment, getting hung out to dry, and just what's next for Vancouver. So it was a good it was a good chat. But yeah, if you haven't done so yet, if you want to give this channel a little thumbs up or this video a thumbs up, we always appreciate that. This isn't Twitch. You don't have to buy anything, so just looking to grow our little YouTube footprint here. So stop me if you've heard this one. The Canucks lose a face-off and immediately are hemmed into their own zone with the likes of Ryan Donato, Alex Wenberg, and former Canuck Jared McCann doing everything they can to annoy the team. Curious to see Rick Tocchet's team and how they deal with being down some goals and just dealing with some adversity. But yeah, this is not the best showing so far. 8:28. It feels like this game has been going on about 25 minutes. As I just wait to sync up our broadcast again, as that's where we are there. 8:21 to go. And once they drop the puck, I'll tell you what you can do. You can with this bug right here. Oh, it's gone now. You can sync up your broadcast so we can watch this game together wherever you are. But yeah, 8:10 to go in the first period. Oh God, this better not be a 6-0 final. Curious to see DiGiuseppe play too. This is a guy that Boudreau really liked out of camp. Lazar fans on the puck. Di Giuseppe had Studnicka going back door. Couldn't make anything happen right there. Man City's playing Arsenal Friday at 12 Pacific. Shots 12-3 now. All right. Horvat loses. Another draw. There's our first little observation of the night. Bo's lost a defensive zone faceoff. Bo's lost an offensive zone faceoff. Beniers, our top line center, Wenberg, Yanni Gord, Morgan Geeky. I'm not saying they are a murderer's row of faceoff takers, but, you know, Bo's supposed to be good at draws. I think it'd be very Canucky that as soon as he starts to, like, he's kind of cooled off, and rightfully so because he's Bo. Big rebound. Ooh, that was a stinger. Oh, excuse me. But I could totally see as soon as Bo starts cooling off, drying up, that's when they're like, well, why does that keep not working? I could see them being like, now's the time to sign him. He's cheap. And then they'll give him a hell of a contract, and they're going to one second here. Give him a JT Miller-like contract for a gentleman that just isn't worth it. All right. Here's the bug. We can sync up our broadcast together and watch this. Canucks got a power play. Good little scoring chance from Quinn Hughes. Can't tell if that was Garland or Miller that got the puck from just on the half boards in the corner, but nice setup. But yeah, once again, immediately the Canucks can't hold the zone. This has been the trend all night. Man, Petey, and that's one thing I don't like about this Canucks power play is they just can't enter. They can't enter the blue line with speed, and they just looks like quicksand. Hughes can't hold the line, and here comes a 2-on-1 scoring chance. Short-handed breakaway, big save by Martin. You gotta move it, Miller. What? What? For what? Tripping? Are you kidding me? Can I get another replay of that? Come on, man. Oh, that's a tough call. Whatever you're looking for is more interesting than this game, Michael. Stevie's like gnawing at her paw. I wonder what she's got in there. So I was worried she was high again. So I feel like I'm in the clear with that one. This game's interesting. There's lots of interesting things about this game. For example, we're all very interested to see how how Rick Tocchet coaches against a good team, and not against a catastrophically bad and yet good at tanking Chicago Blackhawks. And so far, I'm not that impressed. God, what's our possession time at? This is astounding. Like, they have so much time with the puck. Here comes the power play. Game flow. Yeah, I don't have... God. Can't even clear it. The Canucks have looked like they've been shorthanded this entire period. And I mean, sure they are now. But it feels like it's a 5-on-3. And then you got to remember, you've got Spencer Martin in net. Good save. Come on, kid. Shen tries to wrangle the puck and control it, but can't clear it. That's tough. What's the over-under for shots in this period? I mean, for Seattle, it's at 14 now. I'm gonna say 18.5 is the line. Curious their thoughts on the. Oh, that could have been scary. OEL with a bit of a blind accidental on purpose. We're allowed 5 skaters on the ice. Big juicy rebound from Spencer Martin. That's who you're going to get from Martin Jones on the other end, but you got to actually get in the zone. There you go. Guys, he has an .890 save percentage for a reason. Jesus, 8 shot attempts, 27 to 10. Petey in the corner. Oh, he's moving. He's got 2 Kraken on him, and I don't see any other Canucks moving around getting into position. There's the shot attempt. It goes right into the knees. You'd think Alex Edler was still playing on this team. Michael's saying 18 shots, so he's going to go with the under. The line's 18.5. Oh, that was a good. Mikheyev was really on his man defensively. He falls over there, so it doesn't matter whatever I was about to say. Jeez. What team in history does this Seattle Kraken squad remind you of? The 97 Detroit Red Wings, the 77 Montreal Canadiens, the any year Colorado Avalanche, because they are looking just insanely deadly right now. So 15-6 are the shots. They got to get 3 more. Canucks get a mercy call here. I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be back for this power play. Don't go anywhere. right, we're back. We got a power play. So there wasn't a penalty. What the hell happened there? I thought the Canucks would get a mercy power play, which they would squander. Oh, Eberle was open and he knew it all the time in the world. No icing. Not crazy for the Canucks. I mean, I'm not going to say it's going to be good if they make it out of this period, only down 2, but if they want any hope in hell in this game, they need to only be down by 2 going into the dressing room. So shots are 16. Again, Spencer Martin, thank you. He's made 15 saves in the period already. $17 shots on goal for Seattle. All right, here, let's see this. They get it out. They get it clear. Dakota Joshua using his... Oh, Joshy, what are you doing? Shoveling the puck with one hand to try and get it to Garland, who's nowhere near him. Oh, and they almost bumped into each other. There you go. Shots are 17-7 to end the first period. I haven't seen it updated to 18, Michael. Let's see. Sportsnet has some updating to do. We got 17 on the screen. That last one should count. Yeah. Oh! NHL.com, Michael, has it at 18. So they have 18 shots on goal for Seattle. Let's see if that updates. Yeah, the top prospects game is on. Where is it? Oh, TSN has it. I forget about that. TSN completely, or Sportsnet completely squandered the TSN squandered, or Sportsnet squandered their rights, the CHL and mainly WHL here, and TSN picked him up, and I mean, at least they're doing games. You know, you would just randomly, there would be a London Knights game, not even a London Knights, it would be, I don't know, maybe Kingston Frontenacs would sometimes be on Saturdays, like in the last few years, or I don't know, Halifax Mooseheads, but yeah, it was whatever crews they could get out there as cheap as possible. So that's why you'd see random Vancouver Giants games with Frank Corrado doing commentary in the booth. But I have turned on the top prospects game. I'd like to thank Roger for bringing that to our attention. That isn't Langley. That's just down the way. Let's see how let's see how they're looking. Oh, it is Let's Talk Day. Bell will be laying off all their broadcast staff in a matter of weeks, as they always do. So you can, yeah, that's right. You do have a login. I am a little ahead than the broadcast, so. Oh, they're still in the intermission. A 1-1 game. The signal doesn't look very good. Who's this guy? Who's this hairdo? Who's he interviewing? Match de Milliers. Espoir. Can the boys in the truck get us a name key for crying out loud? Crying out loud, the people in the truck? A name key. Matthew Cataford. 1 goal. He's with the Halifax Mooseheads. The Kelowna Rockets of the QMJHL. The London Knights of the of the QMJHL. So who do we got in the booth? Is that... God, why does this broadcast look so bad? Frankie Corrado and Carlo Koliakovo, 2 Leaf legends. For whatever reason, my broadcast looks very compressed. Michael, I'm curious. Roger, have you got the same thing too? TSN 4 looks a bit better. It's Corwin from Bar Down. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I can't. Oddly compressed signal. Yeah, I got boomer cable, so I'm a little ahead of y'all. Plus, this is a 30-second delayed, or whatever it is. This YouTube signal has quite the delay as well. I'm also going to put a tweet out. You're watching TSN 3. I had it on 3, and it looked bad on 3. You got it on 4. I'm curious why. Yeah, it looks subpar, but that's just me nitpicking. These CHL top prospects games are oddly boring. We worked one in Vancouver in 2016. Frank Corrado, future Canucks superstar. You bet your ass he is. And he's also Frank Corrado, underutilized Toronto Maple Leaf for life. Yeah, these prospect games are pretty snug and pretty boring. We did the 2016 one. It was a 1-0 score for, I think it was Team Orr versus Team Cherry still. Those are no longer the team names, at least for one of them. But Matthew Tkachuk was there. I interviewed him. Carter Hart was there. Jordan Kyrou was there. He actually was really dangly in the game. I remember a rare blog post over at pucksonet.ca was like, man, Jordan Kyrou looks pretty good. But yeah, boring games. And they used to be full of fights. Like, it used to be like you're either going to show how defensively sound you are, or we're just going to like beat the shit out of each other. Hey, so to each their own. Let's see who I spoke with. What do we got? Matt Kachuk. I'm not one for scouting or following junior hockey all that well, but what did I write about here? Game itself was a snoozer. Ty Ronning scored a goal early in the first and got the loudest reaction of the night. There was a definite hometown bias for Team Cherry, and Ronning was arguably the hardest worker, and rightfully so. He was an injury replacement for a teammate, and if Vancouver weren't the host city, he'd probably be watching at home. But he showed up and impressed a lot of people. A lot. If you want my opinion, the most impressive players in this game were the goalies. In particular, Evan Fitzpatrick of the Sherbrooke Phoenix. Let's go to his DB. He was drafted in the second round by St. Louis in 2016, and he's playing with the Florida Everblades right now, so I don't think he made it. Dylan Wells of the Peterborough Petes was the other one. Dylan Wells, one start this year for the Chicago Blackhawks. So he's 25 right now. You don't want to say it's over, but he has played in the ECHL and the NHL and the AHL. 15 games played this year for Dylan Wells. With Team or Team Cheer, yeah, they'd always fight. There'd always be at least one scrap in the top prospects game, and I think Luch fought one year, as he's been known to do. Let's look it up. Top prospects game fights. Yeah. Sabango. Yeah, there was fights in the 2020 prospect game. There wasn't one in the one in Vancouver now 7 years ago. The top prospects game is kind of like hey, you didn't get the Memorial Cup, so here, have this one. So it's nothing too. It is a dumb game. Well, it should be good. It should be like an all-star game, but everybody is like playing as tight and snug as possible, and it's just like it's still a prospects game, and there's still scouting on it. So it's like you're not going to see too much. Jordan Kyrou, right wing for the Sarnia Sting, was a fancy pants player that really stood out for me too. He set up the tie running goal and made some nice plays, including one whilst falling on his ass. Kyrou, Fitzpatrick, and Wells, three lesser-known names to remember come the 2016 NHL entry draft. Let's see, was Dylan Wells drafted? He was in the 5th round by Edmonton that year in 2016. That kind of makes sense. And Jordan Kyrou, I believe, went in the 1st round. 2nd round, 35th overall, pretty much. And he's got 23 goals, 21 assists, 44 points. He's got 44 points in 44 games. Not too bad. I called it how many moons ago? Ho, that's right. Still got the top prospects game on here. Bedard's mic'd up. Bedard from the district of North Vancouver. Not to be confused with the city of North Van. Future Vancouver Canuck. I'm manifesting that. If I know one thing about NHL coaches, Rick Tocchet isn't a very good NHL coach. If I know one thing about NHL goaltending, the Canucks do not have NHL goaltenders. That is a recipe to draft first overall. We can cite all the bad Canuck luck we've had in our lifetime, and there's been a lot. But Dan Marr, NHL Central Scouting Director. We've had all these this bad luck, but we've never had a generational kid from the district of North Vancouver ready to come in and save a franchise that he is a fan of. Like we're cashing in on kids being fans of the 2011 Canucks and just like, hey, you want to like this team forever for all the wrong reasons? Yep, okay. Like he's us in the 90s. Like it's very funny. It's funny that that needs to happen. And yeah. Also, I'm curious, those in the chat that are active, how many are in here? There's 5 people in here. If you haven't liked this yet, if you could, that'd be great. And if you could like the stream and give this channel a follow, that'd be very appreciated. Like the video and follow our channel, that kind of crap. If you could do, or subscribe. One thing I don't like about YouTube is you have to say subscribe. And subscribe, it sounds like we want you to give us money. We don't. We just want you to follow the damn thing. Thank you very much, Roger. The hell were we talking about? Yeah, Rick Tocchet's not there's gonna be no bump with Rick Tocchet. You're just gonna see the Canucks play less shitty. Because they were playing the shittiest all year. And I don't know. I understand both sides of the trade or re-sign Andrei Kuzmenko debate. If it's a 2-year deal and it's under 6, go for it. I also would love the idea of having 2 first-round picks in the upcoming draft, which never happens, has never happened, maybe never will happen again. But yeah, I want the Canucks to have some picks. So yeah, I'm torn by that. I'm curious what you all think. You can leave a comment in the chat. But you want Kuzmenko signed, or do you want him traded? There's no wrong answer. You just got to give one. And Desjardins. Resign Kuz, says Roger. I mean, he's not making $8 million. He's not going to be here for 8 years, and we know his age. I'm really sick of these Canuck debates of I agree with both sides, but I don't want to make that decision. JT Miller is going to fall off, but he also got a lot of points this year. What do you think we should do? I like watching offense and sucking. I also really like Kuzmenko, Mikheyev, and Pettersson is a great line. I'd love that to be a top line in Vancouver for 3 years, 2 seasons after this. Keep him around. Keep Kuzmenko. Ship Bo Horvat out. Bo's cooling off. Let's look at Bo's last couple of games. Let's look at the Bo Horvat game log. I think the Canucks are coming back from break soon. Do our best to sync this game up. Bo Horvat, last 5 games. 1 goal, empty netter, against Chicago. 2 assists, -4, -2. JT Miller. All right, give me NHL. JT Miller, last 5 games. JT Miller, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points, -3, even at 0. Just saying. Just saying, gang. Rick Tocchet. Yeah, I can't believe how much they outshot him. That wasn't necessarily an impressive thing for me. Just waiting. Yeah, they're showing his stats here. What do we got? They outshot him 48-14. Season high for shots for. A +34 shot. Okay, these are just shots. They were down after 20 minutes. Like, it wasn't a great game. This is a dumb board. It just says there were shots. I don't accept this board. I banish this board. We banish this board. Michael in the chat. I think if we're going to tank, then I'd say try and trade Kuz for a first. Then we have 2 firsts. More of a chance to hit up Berard. Michael, I couldn't agree with you more. I'd love the idea of the Canucks having two draft picks. 2 first-round draft picks after, they've had about 0 in the last 5 years. I like that. I also know that it wouldn't be the highest of picks. It'd be it could be 25th plus, and that's not a bad thing. Accumulating assets aren't a bad thing. Whatever they do, I'm happy with, because they went out and they were able to court a UFA before all hell broke loose here. $950,000. He's getting them over 20 goals, and it's a great choice either way, because you can argue you can't invest in a guy of 26 with this and with that, and he could go somewhere else and be great, and you can go, well, he's not what the Canucks needed in that time. They were rebuilding, even though they weren't saying it. Connor Bedard, blah blah blah. So there's no bad decision. The only bad decision if they sign him for like 8 years, but they're not going to do that. For those watching at home, if you want to sync up your broadcast with me, so we can watch this game together, that's the game clock on the feed I'm watching. So you can sync them up on your TV or your PVR or your Sportsnet now, which I'm amazed works. I'm on Michael's right now, so I can capture the signal here. There's 2 Michaels in the chat. This is an all Michael chat. Oh, there's a scary little chance there. All right. Here comes Bess. The Canucks are gassed. Nice forecheck by Miller. He's in there first. Rare to see. Oh! Dries with a big hit. Muscles him off the puck. He's eating the whole elephant tonight. I like this. I like what I saw here. The Canucks and turnovers, that's the the Canucks are the Beatles of turnovers. Like, they made the best ones. They've influenced everybody. But I like this muscle off. They're not even showing it, and it was good. So that kind of stinks. And another icing call. All right, if you're watching this, if you could like this video, that'd be much appreciated. There's a thumbs up right there. Man, I'll do it right now. Look at this. I like this video. I've liked my own video. If you could do that, that'd be great. And man, if there's a little subscribe button next to that thumbs up, if you could do that, if you could help us out, that'd be really cool. Always looking to grow our little footprint here. Little footprint. We want a bigger footprint, obviously. We put a lot of content on this channel. Video podcast is up, and it was a good show this week. Really had a lot of fun doing it. You can watch Sauce or Toss It. You can watch some interviews. A lot happening on this channel. Myself, Rash, and Gita put a lot of work into it. Roger in the chat, he's asking the question all Canucks fans are asking themselves right now. I wonder what elephant tastes like. I'm curious everybody's answer because Rick Tocchet was very enthused about the Canucks eating a whole elephant. I just think they're so old and their skin is so rough. I think it'd be leathery. It'd be a tough meat. Larson. Yeah, I think that is funny. The Canucks are the Beatles of turnovers. Nice block there. Stick explodes. You gotta make use of this. Oh, I don't like seeing two defensemen behind their own net. The hell's an elephant gonna taste like? Kuzmenko behind the back pass to Mikheyev. Mikheyev charging a net. There's that big juicy rebound we're talking about with Marty Jones. North Vancouver's Marty Jones. Long stretch pass. There's another turnover. And just like in the first period, the Canucks give up the puck in their own zone. They're hemmed in. Oh, they're just shoveling that puck on net. Oliver Bjorkstrand, former Portland Winterhawk. He was on a very good team that lost to the Oil Kings the first year I was covering the Dub. Captain or both goalies on the Oil Kings that year are in the NHL. Laurent Bressant from who lives in Vancouver in the offseason, and Tristan Jarry were both the goalies. Portland, they had nobody remarkable in net. Yeah, I don't dislike the Kraken. Like, they're not the Golden Knights. So it'll be fun, like, if they can keep this going, and they probably will. Like, to make the playoffs and see how Seattle responds to even more playoff teams in the NHL. I just got a message in the Pucks on It Discord from Kevin Stratton, who's at the game, and it just said, Myers, you fucking idiot. What is this? What are you doing, Tyler? Gee. Oh, that was bad, man. Oh, man. All right, so it's about to be 3-0 here. Tyler Miners at it again. All right. Shots are 20-9, so the Canucks are in the opposite role they were last night. Kraken have complete control of the puck. What a pass to Jerry McCann. Holy Diana. All right, so this is a moment I'd like to see Rick Tocchet do something. Tyler Myers took one of the dumber penalties I've seen in a long time, and he takes a lot of dumb ones. And he's going to keep taking dumb ones. But when you're manhandling a Rookie of the Year candidate who doesn't play that style, I don't want to see Tyler Myers out there for a little bit. Win me over, Rick Tocchet. Win me over. Yeah, if the Kraken play on the 14th or the 17th or the 16th, Michael will be. I'm sure those tickets will be affordable. Oh, Luke Shen. Oh, Penny Alexiak's brother. This is. Oh, Shenner got the lid off. He's helmet punching. Ooh. Ooh, this is. Oh. Eesh. Eesh. Jesus, he's just hitting him in the helmet. Oh, yeah, he got him. Yeah, somebody in the Pucksnet Discord, Richard Honeycutt, cracking almost 70% in the dot tonight. So what are we looking? Oh, yeah, they do fight. Yeah, Shen's got a. I got no qualms with Shen getting this off. I can't believe how quickly he got the helmet off. But yeah, look at Alexiak's fingers. You can see it down there. He's cut up because he was just helmet punching. Ooh, both of their knuckles are going to be sore. Ah, God, that stings. Big scrap from Luke. That's right. Okay, so Myers is right back out there. That's annoying. I I get I get it that you just had to kill a penalty with a defenseman in the box. That's fine, but you got to do something. You got to send a message. Garland, get in position. Move your feet. What was that? Ugh. I. When you play NHL with somebody and they're just sitting there completely out of position waiting for the one-timer? That was Quinn Hughes there. Jesus. Good play by Kuz. Keeps control of it. OEL. OEL. That's what's up. Oh, yeah. That's why Myers is still out there. Bear isn't playing. I know he was away from the team because his dog died, but why isn't he playing? And it's 4-0. Very nice arena in Seattle, I will tell you that. Very nice. The Kraken are just smart. Like they're just like they don't waste any time. There's no wasted motion on the ice. They just are. They're always moving. Like it is the most fundamental hockey. And like they don't even need to. Like they're not even that tight in their defensive zone. Should be another one coming up here. They're pouring it on. The Canucks don't have an answer to this. Yeah, you got. Man, I'd put I'd love to put Ethan Bear in for anybody on that second pairing of 23 and 57. Canucks are running around out there now. This game's felt out of reach for most of the game for the Canucks. Studnicka, dirty little rebound. Couldn't do much with it. I think another goal's coming up. And it's a bad one. Bad giveaway. Ugh. Look at this team just completely dummy the Canucks. How are look where the puck's winding up. It's not even that the Kraken are doing anything to just intimidate or just befuddle the Canucks. They're not creating any chaos. They're just, jeez, look at them move the puck. Look at these long stretch passes. Got it on McCann's goal. All the Canucks, all the giveaways that they love to do. And it never works except for that one time when they won. They tied it in overtime, or tied it up to go to overtime. Seattle's hitting all those passes. And it really reminds me of Vegas, where it's the sum of the parts is greater or the sum is greater than the parts, which it's looking the case in Seattle. But they're just they figured it out. They're playing as one unit. They're on pucks every opportunity. The puck's never in their zone. The puck's always in the offensive zone. And it's wild to see. And it's wild to see them do it with Marty Jones in net. Marty Jones and Philip Grubauer, who, I mean, that combined save percentage has to be under 9. All right, 9:06 to go as I respond to some messages here. Who's on this team? Like, that's the funny thing. Andre Burakovsky, complimentary piece, and what do we got here for time? We're good. Complimentary piece in Colorado and Washington for Cups. Eberle, he's Jordan Eberle, and Matty Beniers, who's becoming a great player. What's not to love about Matty Beniers? Ryan Donato, Wenberg, McCann. Like, come on, guys. Eli Tolivin, Yannick Ord, Bjorkstrand, Tanev, Geeky, Sprong. Like, it's just like watching Vegas, where it's like you put all these nonsensical pieces together, and it's incredible because you have a good coach and a message that everybody buys into. All right. Well, the discovery of Dunkaroos in a group chat I'm in has stolen all the excitement here. So if you're new here, can you give this video a like? Can you subscribe to our channel? If you do, I'll stop asking you, and then I'll only talk about the Canucks. So maybe, just maybe, I will. Maybe that's a bad idea. Michael in the chat, we need a goalie so bad. Spencer Martin lets in 4+ goals every game. That is ridiculous. Isn't it so funny how there was, but there wasn't. We know Thatcher Demko's a starter, but he was having a bad start. He was probably hurt, but like, I loved when it was like, maybe we should keep running with Spencer, and it was a very sensible debate. Like, maybe we should put Martin in tonight over Demko. And now it's like he's maybe we should just keep putting Delia in. Like, Martin's awful. I would have loved. There was a bit of an inside joke for a while with some friends that, like, Martin was worth a second last year. And we're like, man, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. And then he kind of came out and was looking good. And it's like, no, he is worth a second. They could trade him for a second. Hell, they could trade him for more. And they never did. And he's just fallen completely off the cliff. He's everything he should be. He is an AHL goalie. No, it wasn't a debate, but man, if Thatcher Demko is struggling and he's not looking like himself, put the backup in. Keep putting the backup in. Mott worth a second, maybe a first, maybe a high first. We're gonna get the moon for Tyler Mott. Yeah, Dunkaroos are different now. They have a different cookie. And the icing is much different. And I think Amanda mentioned that, like, a handful of sugars and artificial sweeteners and dyes aren't allowed. You can't make stuff in Canada with them. So they taste very different. And by different, I mean not very good, very bland. I don't know if the American ones are still good to go, but that must have been why Dunkaroos kind of went away for a while, and they're back, but just not very good. Oh, no, it's almost 5-1, 5-0. Spencer Martin, the goalie of the future. He's worth a first, a second, and a third. Trade him to Brian Burke. What do we got here? Ryan Couture. I need 3 goals in this game. Tell the fellas to pot a few more. Is the over 6.5, Ryan? Michael. Demko was turning it around when he won 4-1 in LA, then got injured bailing his team out. That's absolutely right. There was no chance where he was going to lose the net or the starter's job, but there was a couple of games where it's like, man, maybe we should put Spenny in again. Give Demko a break. Man, betting on the over for the Canucks right now, it was a sure bet because there was 7 goals combined last night. I think it will happen. Ryan, I'm pulling for you. 51 shot attempts for the Kraken, 19 for Vancouver. Just let Kuzma, let Bo Horvat get a couple of goals. Drive that trade value up. That's what we're hoping for. Ryan Couture, Logan's younger brother. And who's that other guy? Couture. Oh, fuck. What was that UFC fighter's name? We'll think about it. Randy Couture. There you go. The illustrious Couture family, MMA fighters, NHL players, and sports gamblers. Scoring chance for Vancouver, a nice opportunity. So we're going to break. We need some goals. We need you to subscribe to this channel. We need you to like this video. We need you to also check out some other content on this video. Whatever floats your boat. Wonder what's happened in that top prospects game. All right, so this Kraken team, as we were saying, looks absolutely incredible. I guess it's wild to think that Burakovsky's like their William Karlsson from those first Vegas years. Just they're gonna put it together. I'm very curious now about the Vegas Golden Knights draft history. I'm going to pose this question to the chat. And, oh my God. The Vegas Golden Knights had 3 first-round picks their first year. I completely forgot about this. One of them is Cody Glass, Portland winter Hawk. We were terrified that the Canucks would take him because of nepotism and Jim Benning's son working for the team as an amateur scout in the Portland area. There were 2 other players drafted by the Vegas Golden Knights in 2017 in their entry draft. They had the 6th round pick, the 13th round pick, and the 15th round, or the 6th overall, the 13th overall, and the 15th overall. Curious. No cheating. Who can remember these picks? If you feel like this is the time of the feed I'm watching right now, you can pause your Sportsnet now or your PVR or whatever you're watching this on, and we go watch this together. And I'm looking forward to seeing in the chat who can answer this trivia question. Wait, aren't the Canucks still paying Braden Holtby? They better not be. They better not be still paying him. They're still paying Michael Furland, who unfortunately hasn't played for this team in many, many years, which is very sad. There's 5. Oliver Bjorkstrand, former Portland Winterhawk. Where's our dead money? Oh my God, they're still paying Redacted from Abbotsford and Jake Vertanen this year. Yikes. So let's look at this goal. Another long stretch pass, all the time in the world for both teams to get set. Just do absolutely nothing with it. Yeah, it's not very good. Hey, Stanley Park Brewing on the digital rink boards. And if you want to sync up, if you want to watch your broadcast together, that's the timestamp, or that's how much time is left on the feed I'm watching. We can watch this together. I can't. I mean, I'm watching this Gong Show on, with an audience. Michael, I'm one of the Michaels. I'm shocked that you haven't answered my Vegas Golden Knights trivia question without cheating. And that was who did the Golden Knights draft in their first entry draft? They had 3 first-round picks. They had the 6th overall, the 13th overall, and the 15th overall. And it's easy to forget about some of these guys. No cheating. But if nobody answers in a bit, you can cheat. Oh, and Travis Dermott falls over on his ass, but he gets the puck up to the sideboards. Here comes Kyle Burrows, who shouldn't be that far up. Oh, boy. Wait till the end of the period before we answer our trivia question about the Vegas Golden Knights. I don't like anything I'm seeing from Rick Tocchet. I'm perfectly confident in my Connor Bedard to Vancouver manifesting. Michael in the chat, I'm positive one was Nick Suzuki. That is correct. Of course, he was traded in the Max Pacioretty deal. The other one's a bit harder. I'll give a hint. Stevie. He plays for Ottawa right now. And is he an everyday NHLer? Let's take a look. He's an everyday NHLer. Oh, yeah. Everyday NHLer. All right, so it's 5-0. Our resident gambler in the chat, Ryan, needs 2 more goals. I think we're going to get him. Brandstrom is correct, Eric Brandstrom. I don't know. I think he was in the Dadanoff deal, maybe? Not sure. I can't remember why he would have gone from Vegas. That's the only one I can think of. Mark Stone. That's interesting. He was... Oh, right, because he was traded. There we go, Curtis Lazar. Hey, let's bring up some fun stuff here. Smiling Curtis Lazar, stars of yesteryear. It's been such a bad game that we haven't even had our little sound bites, but we can change that. Let's get our Jamaican horns. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, baby. What's that? You want another one? Smiling Curtis Lazar with a goal in the final seconds of the period. There's nothing to worry about here, Canucks fans. You just gotta love the effort from these Vancouver Canucks. Right when adversity is facing them head on, just like that time they came back from 5-0 against the Toronto Maple Leafs in the year 2000. They're gonna do it tonight. 6-5 final. Tell me I'm wrong. I love that song. The 8-bit song. All right, everybody. I think it's time for me to rest these vocal cords for a hot minute. Why don't you all sit tight? Listen to this EDM song. Michael calls 6-8-1 final, and he's sticking to it. All right. That's good. I'll be back in about a minute or two. Listen to this banger. All right, everybody. Welcome back. 6 goals, 1 to go. Roger in the chat. Rick should be fired for not pulling Martin. A little tongue-in-cheek there. I wish they didn't overthink goalies and they just, if they wanted to keep the winning streak alive and they wanted to keep that momentum, keep Martin or keep Dealey in versus Seattle. But they didn't, and it's 5-1 after 40 minutes. Man, that EDM song goes hard, eh? Let's take a look at this. 30 shots on goal. Okay, so that's bad. Hits. Luke Schen's trying to send a message. 16-7 are hits. 21-16 in the face-off dot. It was a little concerning. I was choked to see Tyler Myers. Nothing happened to him. Yeah, this game really stinks. There's not much to talk about. I didn't like that nothing happened to Tyler Myers after taking that dumb penalty against Matty Beniers. I'm going to make an effort. To keep an eye on Bo Horvat's face-offs tonight, but it hasn't been very impressive. Roger in the chat, the first time you played that EDM PON song, I couldn't get out of my head. So good. Thank you very much. A friend of ours created that, and hopefully there will be some more songs for the regular podcast. I got to hit him up. But yeah, that song goes hard, and I love it. And it's used sparingly on the regular podcast. I'm laughing at a chat right now. But yeah, that song kills. That's the best thing about these broadcasts is not the Canucks hockey, because that is very poor, or that I'm subjecting myself to talk in front of an audience, although small, about this Canucks team. It's not that good. Hey, go to patreon.com/pucksonet. Pledge a couple of bucks if you want to support this show on Patreon. I'm amazed nobody's. I mean, there's nobody in here right now. That's fine. I feel like everybody's just like, this is awful hockey. I mean, I'm curious your thoughts on Rick Tocchet hockey. All right, gang, I'll be back in 1 minute. All right, everybody, we're back. Rick don't impress me much. It doesn't impress me very much either, and we could have figured that out. We could have figured that out before they hired him for 2 years. I'm just going to sync up this feed, and then we can all watch this together for the third period. Oh, wow. Sorry. Let me mute that. All right, I'm back. All right, everybody. We'll have the score bug up in a matter of moments, and we can sync this game up together so we can watch it together if you want. Would they just say they're down? Somebody's down to 4 something because of the Tyler Myers interference penalty. Has he been stapled? If you heard that, if you heard what Shorthouse and Cheech said, put it in the chat because I'm kind of perplexed by that. I love how the lines are in a blender. And once again, it's like they don't put the lotto line together. Penalty? Jesus. Oh. God, they just undress the Canucks at any opportunity. If they want the puck from Vancouver, they just up grip it and rip it. I don't like that they broke up the top line. That's the one good thing about this team. Burroughs has been up in the rush so much this game. You'd think that he's playing forward. Studnicka. Mikheyev with a good scoring chance, but it goes right into the mid of Marty Jones. All right, shots 30-14. This period feels like it's taken. This whole game has felt like just a death march. So let's just try to make sense of these lines. It was Patterson, Miller, and I think Studnicka. Now you got Kuzmenko, Deshepi, and Horvat. I don't like any of these lines. Yeah, DiGiuseppe is now playing with Horvat and maybe Besser? Yeah, who cares? What's all these chrome domes behind the bench, too? The Vancouver Canucks are their coaching staff is playing bald. Myers with a dumb shovel away to OEL. What a goal. And we're at 7. Ryan, if Ryan's still in the chat, he's hit the over. We did it. It's a team effort. Absolute abysmal a defensive play. All right, so let's look at this. Myers can't clear it, doesn't even try. Somehow, Jared McCann just shovels it backhand behind his back, widens up on Granato's stick, backhands it over his catching hand. Backhand over his catching hand. Thank you. Well, I hope the Kraken fans are having a nice time. Now, Roger brings up a good point in the chat. Oh, 2-on-1, third man in? What's going on here? Garland's got his helmet off, so he's got to leave. Joshua stepped in. Is that Hayden Fleury? Cale Fleury. Steven in the chat. I'm having a great time interacting with anybody that's in here watching. Steven, thanks for popping in. I think I know who you are. If you haven't yet, give a thumbs up for this video. Maybe subscribe to our YouTube channel. But I am a glutton for punishment. I'm watching the Kraken dummy the Canucks. I'm watching the Kraken score the easiest goals I've ever seen against the Canucks. And I'm just going to continue to manifest that the District of North Vancouver's Connor Bedard will be wearing 98 in blue, green, and white in a matter of months because Rick Tocchet is not going to do shit with this team. Like, a new coaching bump is supposed to last longer than 30 minutes. God, if they just got Bo Horvat out of town, just got it over with. I mean, there are some positives from this night. I haven't watched nearly as many Seattle Kraken games as I want to or should be. Hey, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can watch the new podcast, which is way more fun than a Vancouver Canucks hockey game. I will tell you that. Very good conversation. The Canucks are on the power play. This is exciting. They've hit the over. Our gamblers are happy about that. So we've watched the Kraken power play go 2 for 3. Looks surgical with precision. The Canucks is kind of all over the place. Nobody's really moving. There we go. JT Miller's gone into the slot. But now there's nobody over there. Pettersson with a nice blast, but just completely misses the net. Hughes thinks about it. Okay, so he hits the post. That's nice. Steven, I've never, ever been team tank in my life, but am this time. Season is a complete wash. Yeah. It feels like as soon as they started blowing all those multi-goal leads to start the season that you knew that this was going to be bad. And it was. And look at that. Puck trickles out right to Horvat. He has his feet. He's standing still. If he charges to it, He's going to get that shot off. He does nothing. He's just puck watching. Show it again. Shot off the post. That's nice. I mean, nothing you can do about that. And show it here. I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's a tough spot. I've never been Team Tank either. But what's at stake and what this team is and what it's been for so long, like, lose all the time. I don't want to see this North Van kid go to Arizona. I don't want to see him go to Chicago or Anaheim. Like, the planets are aligning. The stars are aligning for this hometown kid to be a generational talent who is a Canucks fan, who wants to come here. And, like, I don't... Roger, I am all in on Team Tank, baby. Yeah, I mean, it's what needs to happen. We want it to happen. We're gonna manifest it to happen. But I'm still uncertain if I want to trade Andrei Kuzmenko at the deadline. I mean, I'm not opposed to it, but it's just a tough decision. Burakovsky, just dummying Studnicka there. Just like, you are not going anywhere near this puck. The annoying, the cynic in the cynic in me thinks that this will be about the Canucks will pop in 3. Like, they'll get a power play and then maybe an empty. I smell like a 6-4 final. I mean, there's nothing positive in the leading us in that direction. But I just know that they will pot some easy ones in garbage time, and the dialogue in the post game will be, well, they made it close. There was a valiant effort. And final score tells a little bit more, just nonsense like that. All right, 13 excruciating minutes to go in this game. Yeah, that Climate Pledge Arena. Roger, I don't know why I noticed tonight, but not as many gambling ads during tonight's game. Interesting. I wonder if they invest on national games, because I haven't seen too many. I think my least favorite gambling ad, is with Matthew Barnaby. I'm retired now, and they say, Barney, what game are you watching? I say, all of them. All games start with Bet99 or whatever it is. Yeah, I'm predicting a 6-3 final. Martin Jones is in net. Remember that, kids. Yeah, it's interesting to see like that Boudreaux bump. Like it lasted more than one game, and like the Kraken are a good team this year. There's no question about that. But this team looks Oh, I'm so sick of Brock Besser. Curious what what Besser is talking to Bjorkstrand about. Can they just put Miller, Patterson, and I'm? How many coaching staffs are going to prevent this from happening? I'd love to know why the Lotto line is not together. I mean, it's a total suck of offensive depth. I'll give you that. Like it takes all of it. Because if that's your top line, then your second line is like Mikheyev, Horvat, and well, Kuz wouldn't be the worst. And then you got Dries and Studnicka and Garland. Fine, that's your third line, and then your fourth line of nobody. That's something I really thought was interesting about Tocchet was he's like only 2/3 of this roster gets used, and I mean it's funny. We went from 4-line Willie and 4-line Travis to we're just gonna run the top guys with Bruce, and now we're like, oh, maybe that wasn't the right choice. Maybe that wasn't the best idea. You hear Shorthouse there. The Kraken are owning the puck in the Vancouver zone. They've owned the puck in the Vancouver zone. They've owned it in the Seattle zone. They've owned it in the neutral zone. They've owned it in the auto zone. There's no situation where the Kraken haven't absolutely had complete control of this game and this team. Now, Michael did say 8-1, which ain't too far off. I'm sick of these shitty players playing 2.5 minutes. And yeah, I know the Canucks get hemmed in their own zone for 2 of those minutes, but like I need to break down. I need to go back and just rewind and see like what was the shift length when they get hemmed in. Because I feel like these Canucks take like a 30 to 45 second shift and then they get a little greedy and they're tired and they don't get the offensive rush that they wanted to and it immediately goes back the other way and they get hemmed in. And it's just infuriating because this isn't Cale Makar. This isn't Nikita Kucherov. This is Sheldon Dries. All right, so there's a line change. I just set the timer. Miller came out with, I think that's Shen. I'm going to see how long I can track JT Miller out there for. They got a tag up. Okay, he was out there under 30 seconds. So that's good. I was worried that they kind of had a bit of an opportunity at the blue line to enter the zone. And I'm like, this is the exact thing we were just talking about. There's a Bruce there it is chant. All right, so Dries. I don't like this line. But then that's also like how a bad team should be putting lines together. Like, you guys aren't good enough to, your top loaded top six isn't good enough to take care of everything and have your bottom six nobodies just go out there and fart around. So yeah, a listener of ours is at the game and just mentioned the audible "Bruce, there it is" chant, and they weren't sure who was who that was for. Man, nobody cares about the Canucks. Let's see long-term injured reserve. Michael Furland, he's got 3.5 on the LTIR to the end of the year. Poolman's on the LTIR. 2.5 million through 24-25. Injured reserve: Thatcher Demko, Tanner Pearson, Will Lockwood. He's new. Brought this up on the podcast when we're talking about our Sauce and Toss awards for 2022 and the best contracts. And like, the Boston Bruins are having the best season potentially in NHL history. They should win the Stanley Cup this year. They're my money bet. And Patrice Bergeron has his walk away in the sun moment after losing 2 cups. But they have one player making over $7 million, and that's Charlie McAvoy. Vancouver Canucks have 1, 2. They have 3: Pedersen, and then Hughes and Ekman Larson. Like there's just, it's dead money. It's dead money, and it's not even, and they're still playing here. Do themselves no favors. And when you sit and look at Cap Friendly and you watch this game, you go, man, maybe that high first for Kuzmenko would be nice. Because, like, yeah. So they are running out the clock. 7 excruciating minutes left. The question is the final score. I feel, 8-1 or 6-3. But, you expected more with a new coach and with a hard-ass coach. And maybe he's saving his hard-ass approach. Because this is just bad. Do I have the giveaways here? Fuck it. Nobody cares. Look at this. 11 takeaways, or 11 to 12 for takeaways from Vancouver. 5 to 3 in giveaways from Seattle, which feels like it should be so much higher. Two for 3 on the penalty. 2 for 3 on the power play. That's all you got to see about that. And yeah. They're not playing that bad. It's just unremarkable garbage hockey. Yeah, they are playing bad. They're not playing good. The Canucks are playing bad. Michael in the chat, as an epic great villain would say, heh heh heh, this tank card for Bedard's strategy is going according to plan. Let's go Nucks. Honestly, Michael, whoa, double minor? Okay, here comes 6-3. I feel like despite some very dumb PR gaffes that probably about after 6 or 7 games into the regular season that the plan might have just been to tank and just like I said on the podcast like at the beginning of the year, I'm like something about this year feels like a placeholder year. Like there's going to be no progress and just they're going to wait out some of the bad deals and get some money off the books and figure out their next plan of attack. Shoot the puck. Come on, Petey. There's nothing. Feet standing still. You know this isn't going to work. Awful. Just awful power play. Nobody cares. Go around him. I mean, they got it on net or there was a scoring chance, but there's just nothing happening. Michael, is that epic great villain Professor Chaos by chance? Hope so. Honestly, like the plans are in place for the unintentional intentional tank. Like Thatcher Demko, you rest him as long as possible. You let these goalies just be the exact goalies they are. You trade Bo Horvat, unfortunately, who is a good player, one of your best, but it's time for him to go. And yeah, I could sign up for a trade Bedard. Sorry, a trade Kuzmenko chat. Short-handed now, the Canucks are giving him up. 4 minutes till this stream is mercifully over. Hope you had a nice time tonight. Nine short-handed goals given up this year, they just said. If they could trade Shen, Horvat, maybe get Besser out of here for a Dumba or some deal, some one-for-one deal or some money-for-money deal. Oh, that'd be great. And then, yeah, maybe even trade Kuzmenko. And who knows? And I'm also curious who they're going to buy out in the offseason. Because the buyout word, I love how this team won't rebuild, but they'll buy out anybody. Like they'll just spend all the dumb money. Like, do they look at it? Do the Aquilinians look at it like it's going bankrupt? Like, I don't care. Man, I feel bad for who's ever on Steve Dangle Sports Network tonight. Arash did it last night. See if I can find it. There we go. All right, who's doing the post game show for Dangle Network? Are they not doing one tonight? What was that beautiful marimba music that just played? Is Sam on? Tocchet, I've made a huge mistake. It's Lachlan and Sam Chang doing it tonight, and feel bad for them. Well, this chat I've missed so much. Roger, don't know why I noticed this, but not as many gambling ads. Yeah, Bedard's team red down is by 2. Hope this doesn't affect where he gets drafted. Yeah, it'd be awful. They're gonna reference the his outcome in the top prospects game. He's gonna go behind Fantilia and that other guy. Yeah, he might go third, maybe 4. A real Shane Wright situation. Trade Bo, trade Brock, send Myers to the KHL. Can't agree more. Send him anybody anywhere. And find new guys. Don't bring up the Abbotsford Canucks. They're playing too well. Fraser Valley Bricks in the chat. Arash did the Dangle cast. Yes, Arash did it last night with I forget her name. The young person that does it. That's not Sam and that's not. It's mostly Sam and this other person. I can't remember her name. Their name. Well, it's great to do these when they win, or it's great to talk about the Canucks when they win, or have an eventful loss. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Was I upset that he did the Dangle cast? Maybe. I'm losing my voice talking about this dumb team. Yeah, the penalty over sound was great. Colorado is the best one, which is the one up, like back to full strength in Mario, like that. Oh wait, bloom 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 bloom. Yeah, and then some other team has the Nintendo sound where you get the coin. All right, so it should be 6-3. Honestly, pull the goalie. I've moved the television back, which was moved into location for optimal viewing. So the Canucks have spent. God, they're 0 for 5 on this thing. Like the one good thing about this team is they'd score goals, and they're not doing that. We've officially reached the discussing the penalty sound effects point of this dreadful season. It's January. Oh, trade him. Trade Horvat there. Horvat's got to go. He had the biggest empty net I've seen in a long time. Oh, they got to get one here. They got to get. Oh, come on. Keep it in. What an awful miss. I remember I watched, I would always watch like Beyond the Music and stuff, or Behind the Music. And the Guns N' Roses one, in like 94 or 95, they did a cover of Sympathy for the Devil, the Rolling Stones song. They did it for, some Arnold Schwarzenegger movie about like hell or Satan or something. Like, awful cover. It's not a good, it's very unremarkable. And Slash and Behind the Music is like, That's the sound of a band breaking up. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And I just feel like Horvat missing that gaping, yawning cage. Like that's the sight of the band calling it quits. Like you get that goal, you pad your stats a bit, you feel a bit better, but you miss so hard. Like, what are you doing, Besser? It's Martin Jones. Gang, I'm ending this stream as fast as humanly possible. I'm not joking. There's 26 seconds left in this. Will they get another one? Oh my God, that would have been an amazing goal by Fleury. Just pure confidence by the Kraken. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's over. We don't have to watch this team anymore. That sucked. And I can understand why barely anybody watched with me tonight, but I appreciate everyone that did. The Canucks are awful. The Rick Tocchet Canucks are exactly who we thought they were.